What's your favorite physics prop in Half-Life 2? Well, let me tell you some of mine. What about these explosive barrels? These things are everywhere in Half-Life 2, and you've got to wonder why the Combine aren't more concerned about health and safety. Because they just keep standing next to these explosive barrels, and Gordon Freeman just keeps blowing them up. You'd think they'd learn at some point, but no. You don't see as many explosive barrels in real life as you do in video games for some reason. Imagine if you were driving along the highway and there was just like a big pile of explosive barrels that you had to dodge around, or at the convenience store and in between like the Twinkies and the Pop-Tarts, there was a big old explosive barrel. These are the kind of things that you can only get in video games. In real life, the government just doesn't want you to have access to explosive barrels. And that's kind of wrong, you know? If you've played Half-Life 2 for long enough, you might have found some of these watermelons lying in obscure places around the various levels. A lot of people might ask, why are there watermelons in Half-Life 2? And I can't really offer you an explanation. Allegedly, Dr. Kleiner feeds them to his pet head crab, but that's pretty ridiculous. I think the real reason is that the watermelon is the fruit that is most suited to be launched by the gravity gun. What about the humble cinder block? Cinder blocks are pretty useful in real life, not so much in Half-Life 2. So I can't say that they're actually among my favorite items in the game, but there's something to enjoy here for the average concrete fan. There's a couple of puzzles that they're used in, and I find those puzzles to just be the most annoying, worst puzzles in Half-Life 2. I guess Gordon Freeman is a physicist, so maybe he can appreciate that kind of thing, but it's not for me. I also found these empty tin cans. We can presume that they once contained baked beans, but of course the Combine suppression field has eliminated all beans, so now they are empty. I found this luggage case, and honestly I think it's pretty good. It's the kind of baggage that they just don't make anymore, and it has a rustic charm to it. You wouldn't see this kind of thing circling the baggage carousel at Newark Airport, and that says a lot about the decline of society. I chucked this piece of luggage at a Metro cop to try to recreate that suitcase commercial with the gorilla, but instead of attacking the baggage, he went after me instead. I also found this phone in the train station. I picked it up and the cord is broken. I suppose it could be one of those wireless phones that kids these days use. Who knows? The best I can do is chuck it at some guy's head. How's that for long distance communication? In some abandoned buildings, you can find the ultimate physics object in Half-Life 2, the mattress. Look at this disgusting thing. It's gotta be infested with all sorts of nasty critters. Still, when you pick it up, it's got the most satisfying physics of any object in the game. It jiggles and bends in a way that no normal mattress would, but you've got to admit that it's fun to launch it around the empty roads of Highway 17. You can even chuck it into the ocean to give it a much needed wash. It even floats on the water and can be retrieved with the gravity gun. I tried to see if you could use it as a makeshift raft, but it seemed like Gordon just passed straight through it. You can also use the mattress to kill people. The car batteries you find in one of the areas along Highway 17 are pretty nicely detailed. You're supposed to use them to solve some kind of stupid puzzle, but I just chuck them in the ocean where God intended them to be.
My God, what are you doing?
Well, thanks for watching this video, and I just want to say a Merry Holidays and a Happy Christmas to anyone watching this video.